You know, there are religious prayers that just make you feel happy, feel good, make you feel fulfilled. But they don't impart on your life. They don't impart on your relationship with God. They don't impart on existential things. You are just happy that you have been able to pray for this long. You are just happy that today you have kept the quota of prayer. At a level that is good if you are a child who is learning the way of prayer. But when you start growing in the subject matter, it becomes more important. There are more significant things, I beg your pardon, than just meeting rituals or religious regulations. And he said, after this manner, therefore pray ye. He didn't say pray this prayer. So Jesus is not telling us pray our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. No, he said after this manner. That means this is the order you should pray. This is the protocol that should govern your prayers. Anytime you are praying, these are the components that you cannot do without. If your prayer will not be like the prayer of the Pharisees. The Pharisees were prayer warriors, my God. They took pride in prayers. In fact, one of the ways you recognize a Pharisee is his pride when it has to do with keeping religious rites. And one of it is prayer. The Bible said when they prayed by street corners so that you will see that they are praying. And it said they never pray short prayers. They pray for long. Even when they don't have what to pray, they begin to repeat what they are saying. So that you know that the person standing there has some level of stamina. Now, stamina is a very important component of prayer. But you see, if your prayer will not be religious, you must pay attention to the things Jesus said. And I showed us, I said, there are 3 things that Jesus told us to avoid, and there are 8 things that Jesus told us to focus on if our prayer will be effective. Now, these things are important. You know why? Because prayer is a vital aspect of your existence. In fact, as a new creature, there are 2 things you cannot do without after receiving salvation and the Holy Spirit. Number 1 is the word, and number 2 is prayer. In Acts chapter 6 verse 4, the apostle said, it's not meet for us to give ourselves to tables. They say we'll give ourselves to prayer and to the ministry of the word. Jesus was teaching in Luke 18 verse 1. He said, men, if you are a man, if you are an Amoeba, no problem. He said, but if you are a man, he said, men ought always to pray and not to faint. So if men don't pray, they will faint. If you are a man, you ought to pray.